Hi, everybody, and welcome to Tuesday Talks with my friend Jacy Moonspirit and myself, Sprit Soaring. And it's come to our attention once again that some of you may need a little help, so we're going to try to walk you through it. And what I'm talking about is recognizing when you're in a test and how to get out of the test once you recognize you're in the test. Because it's become apparent that some of you will walk into test and stay there for years, never realizing that you're being tested. And this is not a good thing for you. It's not a good thing for anybody around you. And most especially, it's not a good thing for the truly spiritual people in your life because you introduce a little touch of what we like to call stagnation into the equation. So we're going to help you walk out of those tests in a very simplified, eloquent manner. Right, Jacy?
Sure.
Person of many thoughts and few words. Right?
No, I have lots of words. Some of them are
Well,
just not eloquent.
we'll share them.
The eloquent ones or the not eloquent
Well,
ones?
they know we're not really eloquent. We just talk.
Bunch
We
of
keep it
bards
real,
that
right?
aren't eloquent. Sure. So, you're stressed out and you have no idea what's wrong or how you got to this point. It's probably an indicator that you need to examine whether you're in a test. What do I mean by in a test? Does it feel like the universe is punishing you for something? Does it feel like you might have pissed off a deity?
Does it feel like a repeating pattern?
Right. These are all signs that you might be stuck in what we consider to be a test. This is a spiritual lesson that is being drilled into you because it is important for you to understand this pattern and to walk out of this behavior, whatever it may be. For a lot of people, it's can'ts or it's religion.
Fear.
Fear is a big one. And it's one of the most common ones that people not only walk out of on their own, but then they walk back into for other people.
Yeah.
And that affects the truly spiritual people in your life in a myriad of ways. The most common of those is that when you introduce stagnation into your life, the spiritual people involved in your life can sense that and they try to help you get out of it. And usually, because you're stuck in a test and you haven't learned how to recognize that you need to walk out of it, you kind of have a tendency at times to hair lip. Hair lip.
That's one way to put it.
Sure.
Look, the self creating situations,
Mm-hmm.
self perpetuating situations, self fulfilling prophecies, they're all tests.
Mm-hmm.
Acknowledging that they're a test, and this is the part that sticks in people's craws, acknowledging that we're actually in a test hurts because we realize we've been stupid. Okay? It's not just you, it's me. If I find myself walking around for days and days and days in the same test, I feel ridiculous because I should know better, right? Wrong. We never know when the test is going to hit us, what the test is going to be, what it's going to be like, what the results of it are going to be, or anything else of that nature because we kind of hide these things from ourselves intentionally.
Mm-hmm.
The trick is realizing when the pattern starts over that acknowledgement is key here.
Mm-hmm.
And we simply acknowledge, Creator, thank you for blessing me with the test that I just now realized I was in. I will do better and move forward. Okay? As simple as that. The Creator will let you walk out of the test because you created the test, and the only stipulation of the test was that
You
you
realized it.
realized that you were in a test. Here's the nice part. Once you recognize that you're in a test and willfully walk out of that test, as long as you don't repeat the bad habits that got you there, you never have to face that test again. Okay. Now I want to talk to you a little bit about why this came up today. Okay. JC and I do tend to scroll when we have a little bit of downtime. And JC and I have been noticing a trend. Okay. People having repeat problems, bad repeat problems, and still going back to the situation they're in willfully. Look, when you have a bad repeat problem, acknowledge that the problem is repeating itself. Acknowledge that it's a test. Ask the Creator for guidance in moving out of that test and move on. Right, Jason?
Yeah, basically. I mean, ultimately, if you decide to stay stuck there, you decide to stagnate, and stagnation leads to something we call walk around dead. If you want to walk around dead and not realize your life's purpose, that's your free will, that's your choice. But if you want to see what you can do, if you want to push that envelope a little bit and live up to some potential, it's a good idea to walk out of those tests, because it's an extra opportunity you have to drop some baggage without having to drop a bunch of money on therapy and a bunch of other treatments that are just going to tell you exactly what we're telling you now for free.
Yeah.
If you want to get over your daddy issues, realize that you were in a test. Drop it. If you want to get over some of your depression and some of your anxiety around your job situation, realize that the job might be a test.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you have to quit the job, just means you might have to drop that perspective.
Yeah.
Means you might have to change your behavior. Maybe you need to change the way you wake up and prepare yourself for work. Maybe you need to have a boundary there. But you'll realize that coming out of the test. Because on the outside of the test, you can look at that and say, this person needs to have a boundary here. I need to change something over here.
Let me simply put that. On the other side of the test is clarity. You can see
There you go.
what you've been missing.
There you go.
Okay. On the other side of the test is probably another test. Depends on who you are. If you have problems navigating the test, reach out to my family at Four of Like Kind. We're glad, willful, and willing to help. Peace and blessings, everybody. Come back and join my friend Jacy Moonspirit and my better half Sings with Owls tomorrow for Witchy Wednesday, where they will wow you with some wonderful tiles, some wonderful witchy wisdom, and if you're lucky, just a touch of humor. Peace and blessings, everybody. Have a blessed night.